It is February the 17th, 2019, and this is episode 93 of the Bull Market Watch. Quick disclaimer you can read down below in the description. And let's dive right into it here today and take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Good to have a few people turning up right away here. Awesome. And there we go. Hey, AOL Chandler, good to have you here. Send Crypto, good to have another video publisher along. Now, this is going to be another killer live stream, and I've been looking forward to this one all day, because as we run through our technical analysis of Bitcoin and all of the other 50 cryptocurrencies, we're going to find some of those life-changing opportunity markets that I was talking about yesterday, and we're going to see some of them unfolding and doing exactly what we are looking for. Now, what are we looking for exactly? You can head over to IntroToCryptos.ca and sign up on the website for free, and you'll get a copy of the Simple Trading Plan. You'll get a free chapter from my book, and you also get to download the Bull Market Watch spreadsheet that we'll be using in the video here today. So you can head over to IntroToCryptos.ca, read more about it. You can see the live stream series here that we do on YouTube, and more about the moon matrix that we're following through every day, the chart that we're going to be developing. And if you wait past these days, you definitely will regret it, especially if you're watching this video now in February of 2019, and you're looking back at these days later. It's going to be killer. It really is. So what we're going to do now, we see Bitcoin is just breaking out of the formation we were watching for the other day. It's all manifesting, and we're seeing breakouts all over the place with the cryptocurrencies. So what we're going to do is go through all of our cryptocurrencies, and we're going to update the spreadsheet down below at the bottom here. We're going to grade each one of them and give them a rating. Either it is an alert, it's a hold, or it's neutral, or some of them will be a near fail or a fail. So we can sort of grade them how bullish or bearish they are. We'll fill out our spreadsheet, and at the end we'll see where this chart updates. You can see yesterday we had a big uptick in the green and a downtick in the red, which means more bullish and less bearish. We can also see that we saw a big drop in the gray, which is a drop in the neutral coins. So this is a real good shift, and I can't wait to see what it ends up to be at the end of the day today. So we're going to start off, we're going to look through these, and we're grading it according to the Simple Trading Plan. Even though this looks great, I'm only giving it an alert. It didn't pass high enough yet. Now, basic attention token, we're doing good on that. We had an alert for a few days, and it proved our alert correct, and now we're into a hold. And this trade, you could probably put your stop loss above your entry now and be sitting back risk-free on this trade. Managing your risk at the very beginning of a trade is so critical. Now, I got these out of order, and I do this every day, but BNT is making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. For our trading system, though, we need to have this moving average crossover as well as this little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation manifest. So I'm going to put it as an alert. All of a sudden, it came from neutral to an alert. BCH ABC is making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. The moving averages are coming close together. I have to say it's an alert. If Bitcoin's taking off, the ABC and SV are probably going to be moving up along with them. I don't like the shape of this formation, though. The best I can give it is neutral. And let's go on to BCN. We had some people asking, or one of the guys asking to send him a picture of the chart because he saw it went up by 20%, but that's just one Satoshi. It's got very low trading volume right now, and it's not going down anymore. I don't know if it's going up, but BTC, we should have started off. Oh, actually, I had it in a different chart. Anyway, here we are. Here's our long-term view of it as well. Very good. So we can see our larger 1, 2, 3 bottom formation shaping up. So we've broken above the number 3, and we had this consolidating wedge we thought was a bull wedge. Bull flag, and it's turned so that it's gone up a little bit off of that. And you can see that I use a Fibonacci extension here by going from the high to the low at this recent low and the range of this move, and it gives us an idea of where prices may go after this before they correct. And I think they'll go much lower on a spike, but who knows? We could already be at the bottom. At any rate, it's a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, and that's what I play. And so this is an alert. If I go into the 3-month view, our moving average has crossed over. We could say that it's a buy on a break above this, but for our trading thing, we're supposed to wait for it to break above the 1, the number 2, down to the number 3, and break its way up above the number 2 to actually show things have changed direction. And I'll struggle with this every day, but I see I've got it as an alert. And yesterday I did the same thing. Said, well, okay, if I've already put it as an alert, then I am trading more aggressively and I'll be more risk adverse at the very beginning of the trade. And we'll talk more about that as the days go along. Poloniex, looking at BitShares. BitShares was an alert. I'm going to put it as a hold. It's been an alert for a few days. So there's, all these coins, as we see them building up, there's lots of time. We get to take our aim slowly at these things. Burst. All right, the moving averages have crossed over, and we are looking at the 12-hour bars. It hasn't broken quite high enough, so I'll leave it as an alert. Clam, we turned it into an alert because of what it was doing here. And what? Is that a bar or? Okay, that was my estimation. So it's an alert. It still hasn't broken high enough. Tomorrow, maybe, though, it'll be a hold. Civic Coin, we can see I've got it marked here. We had it as an alert, and it's moved up with some firmness. So I'm going to put that as a bullish, more bullish, which is a hold. Now we can go into Dash, which we've already had as a hold for a few days. We saw this formation build up, and we called it out of this consolidation. Turned into a buy. We moved our stop loss just above that in our minds, and it remains a hold. Decreed we had as an alert yesterday. This was something that is an alert still today. And Digibyte we had as a near fail yesterday. Oh, look at this. Here's one of our trade alerts. We've got a buy zone, we've got an exit zone, we've got target 1 and target 2. So for the simple trading plan, though, this doesn't qualify. It doesn't make the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation yet. The best I can give it here for this trading plan is neutral. Doge. You guys know my long-term view of Dogecoin. Let's zoom out to the weekly charts here, and I can draw the Alaskan sled dog pattern. I think this is going to be going way, way up from here. Let me clear this. Zoom into the 1-year view. And when does the simple trading plan take this as a trade? Whoops. Let's go into the 12-hour bars. When the moving average crosses over and it's breaking above a 1, 2, 3. Or a trend continuation. So if this does a formation like this, if it now pulls back a little bit and gives us this action, we would be able to buy on that. So if this was to pull back, please, Mr. Dogecoin, and then give us a breakout above this, we could call that our buy entry. But we got to get Mr. Dogecoin to cooperate on us for this trading plan. And so right now I'm going to leave it as neutral, even though I'm really bullish on it personally. Looking at your 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, alts are extremely ready to take off. Yes, indeed. You know what? On Saturday, what day is it now? Sunday. This coming Saturday, I'm going to do a special webinar that is going to talk about the bull markets. And it's going to show you these bottom formations in the last historical cryptocurrency bull markets. So we're going to look through 2015 charts to see where there was bottom formations that turned into some big trade profits. We're going to look in through 2 different times in 2017, 2 different times in 2018, And we're going to compare that to what is going on now. And that's going to be a special live presentation on Saturday, next Saturday. And I'll be talking about that every day throughout the week this week. I'll have links and everything for that too. EOS, it is still a buy for us. And doing great. Ethereum Classic. Here's our, it would be a springboard trade entry. If this is moving average crossing over, it would be a buy. And I've got it as an alert right now. I'm going to make it a hold. Look at that. This is kind of aggressive to get into it right now. It's based on the rest of the market turning and moving at the same time. You would have to be really nervous on your entry there and get out of it quickly if it doesn't prove you right. Ethereum, of course, we've been into this for a while because we identified a consolidation and a break earlier. And so we would be happy to be holding here. But I'm going to just, out of compulsion's sake, zoom in and take a look at it. Okay, it's all good. It really made some stages up here today. Really did some great stuff. And Bitcoin and Litecoin aren't following along as I thought they might be. All right. Let's go take a look at all of them. Okay, Bitcoin has moved up a bit. Stellar's moved back and pulled back. Litecoin made a bit of a move up, but hasn't matched Ethereum at all. Factum laying flat. It could just crash down. It could spike up. I don't know. I'm going to leave it as a near fail. Earlier today, I was thinking it was going to be changed to an alert. Foam had it as an alert. I would pull it. It could be, you know, I don't know. I'm going to put it back to neutral. It's not looking alert status-ish. And it's not really the pattern I'm looking for normally. Game pulled back too much. It's still neutral. Got to give it some more days to jump up there. Gas. What happened to gas? It gave us from our alert up to some movement. So that would be a hold. And what would you do if you got into something that pulled back like that? At this time of the market, I want to put in a small bit of a trade, and I expect it's going to be doing this. I expect it's going to do this. But in next week, by this time next week, this flu will be cleared up, and it'll all be feeling good. Prices will be way up, and I may want to add on to it by then. But start off small so that you don't get killed on these kind of moves, and then add on to it when it's next week when it's proven correct. I have Golem Network token marked as a, well, if that moving average crosses over, that would give us a buy signal. So it can only be an alert at the best, and that's pushing it for this trading system. Hunter coin, still neutral, but I'll bet you it's just going to absolutely blast off. And some of those markets that are marked neutral and we can't see a good formation, they just take off. It's too bad I just couldn't trade them. This one we had as an alert. I'll leave it as an alert. Library credit. We have sandwiched here. I will leave it as an alert. It's looking really good out of that spot. Loom. This is looking better. Look at the flat along the bottom, descending wedge triangle. Actually, a descending wedge is normally bearish, but in this case, it looks like it's been against this bottom so many times it's solid. I think it'll be going up from here. I can't put it as an alert quite yet, though. Even though the moving averages are close, it would have to get up closer to the top of that range first. So I like it. I like that chart. But the gray color doesn't show the difference between one gray and the next. Okay, here's one we were talking about the other day as we had this consolidation wedge and we put it into an alert. I say if it goes above that anymore, then we'll change it into a buy. Litecoin is one that we identified earlier in here as a buy, and it's all doing well. So there's nothing to do with Litecoin but hold it, leave the stop above it, and just give it time. Give it time for the market to do the work now. Take your position and let the market do the work. What is this? MadeSafe coin. Well, this is still neutral, and I want it to be doing better. I'm biased on that one. This is starting to do something. It could build up. Nav, we had alert to a near fail, and now it's back to alert. With that consolidating wedge, I think it'll really take off out of there when it does go. So you want to be on alert. Namecoin we had as a fail. I'm going to leave it neutral now. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's not a buy, not a sell. NXT, I'll leave it as neutral, and I'll just bring it up because it's not dead. It's not flatlined. It's actually did a little something. So I'll leave it as neutral. OMG was neutral, but really, I really liked that. I still really like it, and it's building better. It'll still only can be neutral for this trading plan. Omni was up to neutral. Yeah, I'll leave it as neutral, but look at these big wicks to the downside. That not looking good. Neutral for that one. Pascal. Let's go to Pascal. This was a near fail, and it stays a near fail. I'm surprised. Some of these markets that are near fails are surprising me. Some of the ones that are looking good are unexpected to me too. Poly kind of hitting the bottoms there. PPC. Bump, bump, bump. You know what? The significant trades should be showing up there. I just looked over at the screen saying, hey, wait a minute. That thing's not there. Maybe it'll load. No, too bad. Back onto this. What are we looking at? PPC. Looks terrible. Too bad that's not coming up. Quantum. Quantum's looking good. It's looking like it's building up to do something. We're looking at the 3-month view, so there's the 12-hour bars. If it breaks above and these moving averages cross, we could do something with that. I'll leave it as an alert for now. Rep we already nailed as a buy earlier. Back here we noticed this consolidation, said it was a buy. So for us it's still a hold. For everybody else, this could be a consolidation and a place to get on here. It is looking like a good add-on spot. SBD, the mystery thing I said as is an alert. It still looks like an alert. Still looks like it's going to be going higher. Saya coin. Okay, so it's not a near fail anymore. It goes up to a neutral. SNT, we're getting down through the range here. SNT. Not yet. It's got to build a little bit more off this right shoulder to turn into more. Steam is a hold and a buy. So yeah, it just went into our buy position. It's come back and sat on that initial buy. So we're not much profit in it, but that's not bad. Now storage, of course, we got into it, did great. I recognized it as an alert. So then we came back and we said that would be a hold now. That would be like just as a bullishness indicator. We're just marking it. We're not saying that we took the trade or anything. Now this is looking pretty interesting as well, but not for the simple trading plan. The simple trading plan is waiting for that 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. The exponential moving crossover is the killer on some of these. That filters out a lot of the fake out breakouts. What am I looking at here? Okay, it is building up nice. I'll leave it as an alert. It'll have to break above these levels here and the moving average crossover, and that would then turn into a buy. But yeah, it looks great. Syscoin is starting to build back up into our alert status. So if it breaks above this level, we'll say we're in. Via, we've been watching this as an alert for a while. Yesterday we said we're in, and again for sure this is looking like it's going to be taking off like VTC already did. And watch Via do it. You watch Via do it. So this one we nailed it the other day. We were holding it and it's taking off. XP counterparty, probably not. It's laying at these bottoms. Yeah, I'll give it a neutral. And then XEM we had as a neutral. We're almost getting there to add up at the end here. This is the exciting part. XEM, yeah, neutral, nothing we can do much there. But it's a while before those moving averages cross over. XMR we had as an alert. It's still an alert. It has to break back above these levels. XPM is yeah, neutral, but whatever. XRP, this is an interesting one because I have to give it a fail. I have to give it an actual fail. And for me, every minute I'd look at it, it looks like it's either going to be dumping right now or it's going to be blasting off from here. It's right at the edges, and this is where sometimes I've been killed in trades where I get out right here and then it takes right off. So it's a real difficult trade, and I'll leave it as a near fail then, so that I'm not going to actually go short or sell out, but it's like on the edge again. One of those video game type of trades where the boss is just about to kill you and you keep fighting and you live with like 2 hit points and kill the whole boss and you win the hard, and you go right to the end. Sort of one of those Star Trek moments. You fight right to the last second and keep focused on your task. Don't give up. Nothing here but neutral anyway. No trade. Now, we get to add these up. And as we add them up, I'm going to switch this scene over here so we can see this will change. The white line will change. The yellow, green, orange, red will change. And this green and red here should change as well. So copy and paste. Ta-da! Yes. So red went down more. Green went up more. We can see that we had the same number of alerts. More green, more neutral, less near fails and less fails. So that is a turn for the bullish for sure. Not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a much bigger expression of the change to bullishness, but that is on its coming. It's coming. Fantastic. Very good. I love to see it. Let's go take a look at what Bitcoin is doing right now. What was the prediction for Bitcoin? Go back to I guess I'll go into the 3-month view. 1-month view. So we had noticed the parallel descending channel. Prices broke above that. Then they came and sat on top of it as support, support, support. And now we're bouncing up off of that. So I am still anticipating that we're going to see, let me change the color of this to green. Zoom back far enough I can see. I think it's going to go up hard and fast. Then I'm completely speculating, of course. There's no way to ever know. Just like this, and I'll change to a different tool. And then we're down. And we'll see. I don't know how long it'll take. The time frame isn't relevant. It doesn't match to what the time is on the chart after this. It's just sort of this formation where it'll build, it'll pull back quite a bit, and then it'll build again, and then it'll look like it's going to do another. So maybe my there we go. Oh, wrecked it. There we go. There's the run through of the bull market watch. I want to stay on focus, stay on point, so that we are going through these things. If you've got any questions, I love questions. Please bring them up all the time. I love thumbs up on the videos if you found this helpful. If you think this is helping you find some good trades, that is fantastic. I'd love to have you benefit from this. So be sure to head over to the website, IntroToCryptos.ca, and sign up so that you get a copy of this spreadsheet. You get to log into this and use this. Help this. Maybe it can be helpful for your trading. You could be able to log in and watch along as we update it. Tomorrow be February the 18th, and we'll do another update, and we'll see how much more bullish it is. And many of these yellows are going to turn to green. Many of the greens are going to be extended. We're going to see some really great, fantastic moves in these charts. And I can't wait to be showing the percentage gains that we're going to get in all these. Crazy. Back to the 4 charts. Here's Ethereum, Bitcoin, Stellar picking up a little bit again. Litecoin is lagging behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think Litecoin's the opportunity right now. But it could be a top formation. We'll dig into Bitcoin tomorrow morning. Could I please compare alts picking up at 2015 to now in 2019? Yep. The one I was using for that is BitShares, because I can pull back and go into the long-term history of BitShares. So we can see here in 2015, we know that through this phase here, this is when Bitcoin was at its bottom, and I will put it overlaid. That doesn't make any sense though. I'm going to go to a logarithmic chart. It doesn't make any difference. So I need to drag it back so that we get Bitcoin into relative focus. Now take a look at what we're looking at here. Right, if we are here, whereas the 200 period moving average won't make a difference either, because it won't be on the Bitcoin in the background. We just have to imagine where it is above the prices here, comes below the prices, and then right in here, the 200 period moving average starts to inflect upwards, and that becomes the bull market right there. And so if we were to be estimating ahead, I'm thinking that we are going to see these aren't quite in sync. If I could offset this a little bit, that would be better, because the alts are bottoming at the same time that Bitcoin is bottoming, and they're all starting to take off. So this should be pulled back a little bit so that the bottoms are matching. And I'm anticipating that altcoins right now are going to do something that is magnified to what Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin goes up 1, they're going to go up 1.5 or 2, and some of them will go up 3 or 4. They'll go up larger compared to Bitcoin. And then as Bitcoin hits that 5,100 that I'm expecting, the alts will also top at that same time. All of the alts and Bitcoin will start to come back down. We'll have that second wave again. And then it'll look like Bitcoin and the alts are going to start going up. But it'll only be Bitcoin, and the alts are going to get squished down again. So when that 200 period moving average crosses over the 50 period moving average, called the golden crossover, there's all sorts of different golden crossovers. But when that momentum changes and we start to go into the bull market, I think the altcoins are going to get squished down again. And we'll have to be watching for them to bottom formation, because we can see here that they got squished down from September 2015 until March of 2017. Pretty much a relentless squish all the way down. There was a couple hope jags here, but it soon made a top formation. The moving average just crossed over, and there's your cold fish in the a start of a bull trend, and then it turned into a cold fish, and we got to watch for those. As it came down, then we would keep watching for the bottom formation. Here's another try. Here's another cold fish. This is hard trading this year as we're going through from 2016, and it was a difficult year of trading for alts. And I was mostly into alts, not mostly into Bitcoin, so I was suffering through this whole time here. And then it was party time for like 3 months, from March of 2017 till July of 2017. The alts went bananas. At the same time, Bitcoin was going up. So they really went up. They quadruple went up. So the value of this went up 10 times, but Bitcoin itself went up more than double, or whatever it was, 3 times there. So the increase of market cap on those alts was insane. Then there was this time here on July 17th, I think it was. Maybe it was in August 17th, right in here, where there was this big move down. The alts went down, Bitcoin went down, but then Bitcoin started to go up, and the alts didn't. There was that split, that one day right there. Alts are going with Bitcoin, alts are going with Bitcoin, alts are not going with Bitcoin. They decoupled right there. And Bitcoin alts got squished down again. They got squished down again for the rest of 2017. And then as Bitcoin topped, after Bitcoin topped and the pressure came off of Bitcoin, the alts took some of that and they got that like a cork released. Poof, up they went for that little bit of time. And now everything has been in a downtrend, as we know, until now. And the shape of this altcoin downtrend is huge. It's much like the shape of this altcoin downtrend. Much like this. It took a long time to squish it all down this far. It was a big spring. This has taken a long time to squish everything down this far. This is a huge spring. These are going to do some big, enormous moves. It's huge, huge, huge. Did I say huge? The next 30 to 45 days will be interesting. Yep. And it might be just about that much time. And then we'll be seeing that top. It'll hit that $5,100 in the Bitcoin. All of the alts will be topping out. We'll see that cold fish happening. We'll be watching for those top formations. We'll be watching for those RSI crossovers. And we'll be talking about them every day as we go through this. So the weekly 50 by 100 exponential moving average crossover indicated the end of the bear market back in 2015. Yes. We found the bottom 12 weeks later after the crossover. There's all sorts of different moving averages like that. The 50, 100, 50, 200, all sorts of them. And you can change them and fit them. And this is why some people say technical analysis doesn't work, because you have that confirmation bias where you use the moving averages that cross over to confirm your bias. You look for information that confirms what you believe. So that confirmation bias is a killer. But they're all good. You know, the 50, 100, 50, 200, all of them are good. Mix them with the 1, 2, 3 bottom formations and you pretty much got it made. And here we are looking at what I look for is the 60-20 on the 12-hour bars. So this one got too noisy. I have to step back to the 1-day bars for a real nice clean crossover. And out of the break, out of the 1, 2, 3 bottom, it's just awesome. It's fantastic. I think we're going to be really screaming in the next while. It's going to be great. These are going to be, like I say, they're going to go 4 or 5 times or twice whatever Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin goes from, you know, it goes up 30% to go to 5,100. So I want to go to 5,100. And what are we at now? 37.40. 37.40. Calculate that. Yeah, 36%. So if Bitcoin goes up 36% to get to that $5,100 level, the alts are going to be going up 90%. So this would go from 11 to 22. And that's not unreasonable, really, looking at the chart. It wouldn't be unreasonable for that to happen. Like it's huge. It's incredible, but it's not unreasonable at all by the size of the moves in the chart and how long they've taken in the past. Given where we are and what's turning around in the markets, it's massive. We got some great opportunities here. And if you guys think these are helpful, click on that thumbs up button. It's the only payment I ask. So for now, I will sign off. As you can see, I've put on the page here, join us on Discord. There is a link down below in the description. way down there. Way down there in the description. But there is a link to our Discord channel. Come and join us. We talk about cryptocurrencies all the time. We are going over all of these chart patterns, and we'd be happy to have you there. From my heart to your heart, I wish you all the best. I'll sign off with the yoga greeting, which is to say, the light in my heart bows to the light in your heart, and they say that with one word: Namaste.